Floor is yours.
Hey everybody, it's the Burn It Down NASCAR podcast. Welcome in. Post Kansas, which ended up being a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yep.
Besides the post race extracurricular activities, what'd you think?
Uh, Probably. I hate to say this, but it's probably the best race of the year. Hate to say that.
It was, yeah, it
I don't
was, it
want to
was
say
a very
hate to
good,
say it. It just races you expect to be good aren't, and this race I wasn't expecting to be good, and it was.
it, I agree.
All around, the racing was good. They weren't just riding around; they were shuffling, they were passing, they were going. I just don't know if the track was just good for this car because of the high lane and outside lane, inside lane is just a lot of good racing. And I don't like how NASCAR is pushing this stat. Oh, the most green flag passes, the most lead changes, and just no one cares for those stats, really.
Well, I
It's like
do agree with you on that. But I think that kind of made the race as good as what it was. Many green flag passes, also the multiple lanes of racing. Uh, it didn't seem like the cars were better in the high lane or the low lane,
it's
or
wherever your car was good at.
yeah,
And
and
cars were good in all lanes, and that was what made it good because you know, Denny was good mid to high. Kyle was only good at the top, and that's
yeah,
how Denny caught William and Kyle. And it was just good racing, um, all around. Like I wouldn't say I was glued to the TV, but I was tentative. I was like, holy crap! There's so much racing going over, and obviously restarts were crazy, but it was the racing I expect from NASCAR. They're not just riding around waiting to the stages. They were trying to advance the whole time.
yep. I agree. I was thoroughly entertained. I can't say enough like you. I don't want to say it was the best race of the year, although it's up there. I mean, we're only 12 races in,
That's
but
what
it
I'm
was one
saying.
of the better.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was the best race. But like I said, we're like I said, 12 races in.
Yeah, it was one of the best so far. And like you, it kept me glued. Not glued, but I watched the whole thing start
Yeah,
to finish, and the payoff was at the end.
yeah.
But all right, let's. Of course, Hamlin's your winner. Larson was second. Byron third. Bubba um, found some talent and ended up in fourth.
This track is
Chastain,
just he just likes this track because it just fits his style the best.
I agree. Chastain was fifth. Logano sixth. Elliott seventh. Truex ninth. Tyler Reddick had a strong showing in ninth. Austin Dillon was 10th. Then we had Harvick, Stenhouse, Almirola, Allmendinger, Suarez, and Blaney rounds out your top 16. A couple of notables. Keselowski was in 19th. Eric Jones was in 21st. Not Cindric and Briscoe down there in 31 and 32. Them boys, I'm telling you what, there's this guy named Josh Berry that is looking for a ride next year. And the more time goes on, the more I'm thinking his home's going to be at Stewart Haas, whether it's in the four car. Um,
Chase Briscoe's
you
not going anywhere. Ryan Preece has to prove himself. I think they're going to give him at least 2 years like they did Cole. The only ones is Kevin Hart because he's retiring, and Eric Almirola. This is his last year on it. I think this is his last year in his contract
yeah,
that he
it's
extended.
going to be the
So,
4 or the 10
yep.
car in my.
And
But
go ahead.
finish out the notables. Kyle Busch was in 35th, Christopher Bell 36th, and Ty Gibbs was in 34th. So we had a couple of the big hitters that had troubles. Let's put it that way. Um, As far as the standings, not a real big shakeup. Even with Bell finishing as bad as he did, he's still in second place.
Yeah, but it makes Ross have a really nice cushy lead.
And Ross leading with no wins.
No
You know,
wins.
he got Truex in third, Hamlin in fourth, Harvick in fifth, Reddick in sixth, Blaney, Larson, Byron, Keselowski, Logano, Busher, Stenhouse, Bowman, and Suarez are your top 16. And of those, you've got Bell, Truex, Hamlin, Reddick with a win each. You got Larson and Byron with 2 wins, along with Kyle Busch. Logano and Stenhouse each have a win. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them that are locked in pretty much. And we're what, 14. We're next week at Darlington is halfway for the regular season. So yeah, I don't know. We're still on pace if you take the averages to have more
Mm.
than 16 winners. Um, I I don't know that that'll happen, but you got to admit, I mean, Chastain without a win yet, Harvick without a win yet, Blaney without a win yet, Keselowski, and I still believe Keselowski's going to get a
Yeah,
win.
he's there. He's right there. He just got to get past the
He
threshold. He's there.
Yep. Busher could or could not. Bowman, you would think so. Suarez is going to find a road track somewhere, I think, and win. Uh, who was I just thinking of that has to have
Elliot.
Elliott?
Yeah.
Chase has got to have a win, or he's not going to be in. My point is, there's some pretty big names yet that have not won that are usually at least 1 or 2 a year winners. So I think we have the very real possibility right now of 16 or more winners. Um, and then there's going to be, your possibilities like what's his face drives the Love's car,
McDowell.
McDowell.
Yeah, we got McDowell.
He could pull one off.
Cindric can pull one off. We still got Talladega. We still got no Talladega's in the
Priest
Talladega's is in the playoffs. So
is in the yeah.
yeah, and so we got Daytona, but Cindric's still
I
good at
mean
road
last
courses
year,
too.
but I
So
mean
with
you got
McDowell.
last year's winners that haven't that uh
Yeah,
Austin Dillon, of course, Chase, Ryan Priest, Allmendinger, he's as capable as anybody of getting one. Almirola, Eric Jones, like I said, McDowell. It would not at all surprise me to see Ty Gibbs pull one out somewhere.
yeah.
Um, Bubba, yeah, I mean we've still got Daytona. Suarez again.
We got Daytona
So
and Atlanta. Isn't Atlanta?
I think it's non-chase, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, Atlanta's July.
Yep. So there's some good tracks coming up. Like I said,
I'm assuming Michigan, since that's like a super speedway also. So you have Michigan also.
and that's a wide track. By being there, they can race 5
Yeah,
wide there if they have to.
yeah. So there's a couple races there that help certain drivers,
Yep.
not including road courses, but
Well, I'm going to say the road courses help certain drivers as well.
yeah.
So, how'd you do on your brackets?
I didn't even do it, to be honest.
Oh, didn't you? I
No,
was 5-3 this week. I took Ross over Cindric, and I got that.
I
I
would have
took
done that.
Hamlin over Truex, and I
I
got that.
I would have done that.
Reddick over Gilliland, and
I
I
would have,
got that.
yeah.
I took Byron over Harvick, so I got that.
I would have took Harvick, to be honest. So I would have lost that.
Well, I got it right. I took Bell over Busher, so I lost that one.
Yep, I would have lost that.
I took Barry over Blaney, and I lost that one.
I would have took Blaney.
Would you?
Yeah.
I took Bush over, or I took Brad Keselowski over Bush, and I won that one. And then I took Gibbs over Dillon, and Dillon won that one. So
Mm.
For for my yeah, no kidding. For my final four, Blaney over Busher, I'm taking Blaney. Uh, Keselowski against Dylan, I'm taking Keselowski. Just because we're going to Darlington. If it was another track like in Atlanta or something like that, I might have to take Dylan. I think Ross is going to beat Hamlin at Darlington, and I'm taking Byron over Reddick. So overall, in the Denny Hamlin first annual mid-season shootout, I was 11-5 the first week, 5-3 the second week. So I'm 16-8. I'm batting 500. That's not bad.
No, no.
Um, we won't talk about fantasy league because I suck. You had, I didn't even look at who you had. You had like 226.
Yep.
I had a 154 or some stupid crap like that.
Boo-doo-doo-doo. Load. Oh, where are we at? Results league. I had 226. You had 158. I had Ross, Hamlin, Truex, Larson, and Reddick. And I took Byron out because he was 2 laps down. But honestly, he was the low man on points though. So him taking him out, even though he finished thirds, he was still low on points compared to the other ones because he didn't get any stage points stuff going on.
Yeah.
I got all but one of the picks right. Bubba beat Tyler, which I didn't think that was going to happen.
I didn't either. Yeah, I missed that one.
And then for my other one, I've just picked a strategy. I'm doing this. Whoever qualifies top 5, 6, I picked the first top 5, 6. Those are my picks.
Really?
And that one got a 216.
All righty then.
Yeah, so it was Larson, Logano, Chastain, Truex, Reddick, and then Byron I put in the garage.
Well, on the head-to-heads, we both took Hamlin and Josh Berry. We won those. We both took Reddick and lost those. I took Ross. You took
Larson.
Kyle, and you damn near lost that.
Yeah, we're just lucky. You're lucky. Well, we're lucky Larson's just that good of a driver and not just slam the wall and just keep going. He slammed the wall for how sideways he was. He didn't look that sideways from the original, but in the replay of the heads up, that dude was sideways, hit it, and then controlled it, and then he obviously was damaged, but he kept rolling around for a second, this is his driving skill.
He saved it and finished second. Yep. So, all right. Do you want to talk about that a little bit now that we're done with all the stats and everything? What did you think of Denny's bump and run?
He better not bitch about if it happens back to him. He better not bitch about anybody bumping and running him.
Nope.
What pisses me off. It was 2 years ago, I think. Martinsville. Alex Bowman did it to him. Won the race. Didn't crash him. Just bumped him out of the way. Denny Hamlin was so fucking pissed. He went to the front as Alex Bowman was doing his burnouts. Hamlin went out into the finish line and just head face to face with the cars. No,
I remember that.
Sorry, you were pissed off because you got bumped and running, and you fucking do it, and you about damn near took him out if he didn't know how to drive. Nah, and you're talking about respect. I'm sorry, that's not respect. You knew what you were doing. It was on the straightaway.
Well, he went down on any respect that Denny Hamlin was trying to get with his self-righteous attitude of late is gone. It's gone now, as far as I'm concerned. Like you said, he better never say a damn word again about getting hit, bumped, rubbed, nothing. And he got a lot of boos at the end of the race.
Oh, he got the Bubba Wallace treatment. Got out of the car and just straight booed.
Yep.
That's
the Kyle Busch days.
Well, the old Jeff Gordon days too. During the Earnhardt stuff. But Denny Hamlin I don't know if he'll ever make amends with the shit that he's doing, because he preaches one thing and then he does another. It's not like Ross goes out there, preaches it, and then, races the way he does. Yeah, he apologizes afterwards, but he's like, I'm here to win. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to race and win. Guess what? He's the first in points. So, yeah.
I've seen a lot of editorial articles in the last couple of days. I even saw Junior on there on his podcast or whatever. Is like, don't change.
No, Kyle Petty's even saying because everybody's that's another thing that bothered me with watching this race was Clint Boyer and Kurt Busch and whoever the other announcer is, I can't remember. They're all dogging Ross because of the way he drives. They're like, can't give a pass away, blah blah. Ross this, Ross that. If that car if he had a number 3 on that car and his name was Dale Earnhardt, you'd be saying, "Good job, bud. Keep going." Ross is no different. And we can segue over to him with Noah. Ross gave him plenty of room. Noah got afraid because he was squished, but he gave him plenty of room, and Noah hit the wall or scraped the wall, and he was pissed. Oh, well.
Yeah, well. Then he was embarrassed after the race. Chastain clocked him 3 times.
Yeah, Chastain said, "Stop! Don't do it! Stop!" And bam. If that security guard, the black guy in the gold shirt, wasn't there, I don't know. Ross might have been bloody after that because Bullcut was not happy.
I think Ross would have tore him up a little bit more.
I think Noah would put his weight into it and put him on the ground. Just put his weight on him. But that's just me. But hey, apparently there's no repercussion happened. I've been looking out. There was a vice president competitive.
Elton Sawyer was on Sirius XM this morning. He said, "We're not gonna do nothing.
No, yeah, I heard there's vice president or whoever his name of competitive said, yeah, we're looking into it. We'll talk to him, but there's nothing gonna happen of it. Everybody gets heated and stuff." Where he said, what happened on Sunday with Ross and them was something we don't want to see, but we're glad the way it did because the crews didn't get involved. Because if you remember back in the day of who was it? What crews? It was Gordon and somebody, and the crews all got involved. So the way it was handled, he even said the officials.
That might have been with Kenseth.
I don't remember who it was, but yeah, all the crews got involved, because they're defending their driver, blah, blah, blah. So the way it was handled, I wish I've seen some stuff out there. We need hockey rules and let them fight it out. But yeah, you're risking somebody to really get hurt or injured, but let them get a couple slugs in. But I'm sorry, I'm with Ross on this one. He didn't smash you against the wall. He left you a lane, and you got scared and hit the wall. But
Noah has a very, very, very short memory.
Yeah.
Remember what he did last year? I think it was at Road America, where he took out 9 or 10 people just because he had a bad attitude.
Yeah.
He did it on purpose.
Yeah.
So for him to get a little irritated about getting squished a little bit is like, dude,
you didn't take out 9 cars.
Shut up. Yeah.
And even with Ross and Bell at the race, Bell even took blame for it. That he said that wasn't Ross's fault. That was me. I got too close to the corner panel and I took myself out. It wasn't him.
Yeah.
I know Kyle Busch wasn't happy with Ross, but I think everybody wants to do an scapegoat when they're around Ross. But
hey, I like the fact that Ross, his level of intensity never goes down.
I hope he needs
wheeling.
to somehow. I don't know. Trackhouse needs to figure out. That'd be so cool if they somehow get Goodwrench as a fucking sponsor and go black. Just #1 black Goodwrench or something similar.
That would be cool. Because that's I had a conversation with a couple people and I said, look, I'm not too exercised about it at all, but to me, he's just a modern day Kyle Busch or Dale Earnhardt. The Tony Stewart,
Jimmy Spencer, fucking, anybody that fuck around and find out. Essentially,
exactly. You want to push me? I'm gonna push you back. Yep. I'm not gonna mean to wreck you, but I'm racing. he's got what I consider the Dale Earnhardt attitude. I'm here for one reason and one reason only, and second place is just the first loser.
Yep.
Period. End of story.
Yep.
So,
And he finished second in points last year. So
and he's leading this year.
Yep. I like his comment. He says, here at Trackhouse, we got a no hands-on policy. So I'm assuming behind the scenes with Trackhouse and Justin Marks, they pretty much said, someone lays their hands on you, you can sock them, you can put a punch in, and we'll pay the fine. I'm assuming that's what that means. But you don't swing first.
If they don't touch you, you don't touch them.
Yeah, essentially, if they put your hands on you, you're free reign, and we'll pay the fine. Essentially, is what I took from that comment. So Ross is like, he gave him like a couple warnings, and boom. I like Denny Hamlin's, because Danny Hamlin had no idea it happened. He was in the conference hall with whatever, and Bob Pockris was there. He's like, you want to see the video? So we watched it. And Denny Hamlin's like, he warned him. So Denny's on his side.
Moments.
He warned him. So and then Chase was walking by us at another one right after the fight happened, and they're walking Noah back, and Chase went back. He goes, someone had to do it, even though I don't think really Chase realized. I think Noah one that got his ass beat. He just punched or whatever, but I think it's get him to a halt. Like, I don't know. It's just everybody who's watching it. It's just funny. I'm with Ross on it. I have no issue and qualms what he did. But the thing is, though, it's funny. If Ross then would have got fined, I would have been pissed, because NASCAR is posting every angle of that punch, of that altercation, every angle, just to get publicity. And I get it, but you don't like it, but you post it to get eyes on the sport. Like, you're kind of promoting it. So I'm glad they didn't fine him.
Me too. Me too. Another thing happened this week that I really, really liked. NASCAR is now displaying the parts that they say are in violation.
And why.
And why.
Yeah.
And they're explaining it, which I think is a very, very good thing.
It's funny. When they posted NASCAR posted pictures, or whoever posted pictures on whatever that bar was.
Austin Dillon.
Yeah.
It was something to do with the
splitter.
Spoiler.
Spoiler, splitter, whatever. It was the nut, whatever. And funny thing is,
it's supposed to be 3 separate parts, and they had it all threaded together.
Okay, and then Denny Hamlin tweeted, he goes, I don't even know what the hell that is. So like an owner and driver, like, he doesn't even know what that is. Like, that's kind of fucked up. Like, so he had he probably got debriefed on what was wrong and what it was and what it was for and why it was bad, but him just looking at the pictures, I don't know what that is on my car. So
that's funny. And one more thing that I got before we get to the other kind of big one. Ratings down again. As good a race as that was, the ratings were down. Lower than the last 2 years. So, like I said, NASCAR's got an issue. I'm hoping that this weekend...
I think it will, for one, with the Raw stuff, but also with the throwback schemes will be help it. There's a lot of really cool ones. And there's more to be announced. We haven't seen them all.
Well, Ross is still my favorite, but I really like Chase Elliott's.
Yeah,
tribute to his dad.
Yeah. There's like 3 Dale Jarrett throwback ones, which I was surprised about.
I think Suarez is doing the Quaker State.
Yeah.
That's pretty sharp.
I'm trying to find, there's an updated throwback team I saw earlier. There it is, yeah. They have Ross, they have the throwback to before, because Kevin Hart was going to get called up in the next year before Dale died, and he took over that car, and he was supposed to race a Sunny Delight car, and they have they're using that as his throwback. It was a car that was never on the track. Yeah, never on the track, so they're using it as a throwback, which is kind of like a pretty cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they just added Kyle Larson's car?
Yeah, it's just a Hendrix.com, Hendrix cars or something, isn't it?
Tony Stewart's 2009 Xfinity Series throwback. I saw a really cool Terry Labonte one, which I thought was real, but apparently that's not right. They added Brad Keselowski's Castrol throwback.
That's sharp.
They added Corey LaJoie's has a throwback to Don LaJoie 1972, which was really cool. Chase Elliott, his dad's one, which is really cool. Doing Eric Amarola has a junior throwback, the Daytona, I think Daytona 400 or whatever it was. Blaney's looks
That's
like
the baseball one.
Yeah, the baseball. Blaney looks normal, but it's a throwback to his dad. Briscoe's doing another Tony Stewart throwback. Christopher Bell's doing a Matt Kenseth throwback. Harrison's doing the X-Side throwback, which he did another throwback last year, but I don't remember which one it was.
It better be as pink as Jeff Burton's.
It looks pink. I think Joey Logano might win it again because he has a really cool one. Mark Donahue throwback. And obviously, the 75 anniversary one for William Byron from Gordon. Todd Gilliland is doing an Elton Sawyer throwback.
Isn't Byron's like that chrome emulsion thing that it changes color?
Yeah, the chameleon. Yeah. But it's like gold. Yeah. It's like originally gold, but the way you look at it could be like green and red.
Depending on how the sun hits it, it could look blue or green or black.
Yep. And then Ryan Preece is doing one to his dad's late model car. Who is it? Noah Gregson's doing a throwback to Jimmy Johnson. His it's the Coca-Cola 600 car he won with Richard Petty for the number 43 throwback. There's a throwback for Tyler Reddick to the Kurt Busch throwback scheme, which I don't know where it came from. It just says Kurt Busch throwback. I don't know where it came from. It's red and has a gray hood and it says KB on the front. So I don't know if it's just a tribute. I would say more than anything. The number 47 is doing a UPS throwback for Dale Jarrett. And
I thought Ross was doing that.
They're both are. That's what I'm saying. There's a couple of Dale Jarrett throwbacks. Tyler Reddick's doing a 2000 Xfinity Series throwback, which is a really sharp looking car, which is not Alex Bowman, but it's just Josh Berry's going to race it. Who else? Ty Gibbs doing a Bobby Labonte 1996 Cup throwback. Ryan Newman doing a throwback to his old 12 Mobil 1 car.
Yeah, he's racing. He signed for Rick Ware, I think, for 6 races this year.
So I think that's going to be a cool for him. And then the last one is the Quaker State one, which is a really cool looking car too. And that's the last one that's been at least announced.
All righty. Well, I don't have a whole lot more. You covered the Ryan Newman. That was the one I was going to talk about. He's coming back starting next week at Darlington. And what I had read is he's signed for like 6 races this year. I wonder if it wouldn't, because Cody Ware is, I think they threw away the key on that boy.
He's probably done.
Yeah, I mean, you heard all about his legal problems when it first happened, and the charges pending, and you haven't heard it. Well, at least I haven't heard a darn word about it since. So I don't know, but I'm wondering if maybe Ryan wouldn't have signed with him for the rest of the year if he didn't have already committed to the SRX schedule thing.
Yeah. You never know. He might get it back at a full-time ride because he didn't want to leave the 6, but nobody would pick him up. So he might get picked him up if he performs well. I don't know why they wouldn't.
I don't either. Why not?
I don't know. The only other news, I mean, not news, but other thing maybe to talk about is the throwback weekend is Carl Edwards is going to be at the booth for stage two and
That'll be
three.
fun.
Stage 2 and 3, and there's someone else that was going to be in there, but I can't remember who. But yeah, maybe it was Bobby Labonte, but I can't remember. But I know Carl Edwards is one of them, which is going to be interesting.
We haven't heard a word out of that boy since he left.
Yeah, he pretty much ghosted and just dipped.
Yep. All right. Any picks for next week? I haven't even looked up any information. I just haven't. You took Blaney and I took Ross. I think I won that one for Kansas. Dark horse, I did AJ, or you did AJ, and I took Chase. So I get 2 points.
I don't just go basing off last year. The dominant car was Joey or William, so I'll say Joey, just because he won last year. He knows how to do it. The dark horse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Chase since you took him. I'm gonna take him. He's 29th. He's almost to the point where we can't.
I know.
Another 26 points, and you need to be top 25. And that's gonna be embarrassing to those drivers. I'd be embarrassed if I was them anyways. Harrison Burton, Noah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Missed 6 races, and you're still behind them.
Yeah, no one wants to act like he's somebody. I'm gonna take Ross. I think he comes in with his first win. Dark horse, I'm gonna pick true dark horse. Josh Berry.
Yeah, I guess.
If you can pick Chase, I can pick him. So, all right. I noticed that the heads were up there. Who you want to go?
That's what I'm loading right now. Maybe.
I didn't take a look at it, but I noticed they were there because when I saw the scores, I decided I didn't want to talk about it.
Of course they do heads up between Denny Hamlin or Kyle Larson.
Larson.
Yeah, I would take Larson.
Because I don't think he's going to let Denny get in front of him this time.
This one's easy. Christopher Bell or Eric Jones?
Bell.
Christopher Bell. Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano. I would say Joey. Some of these matchups don't make sense. Why don't you put it's Daniel Suarez or Noah Gragson? Why wouldn't you whatever? So I would say Daniel Suarez.
That's what I'm taking. And I'm taking Harvick over Joey. Last time at the track, throwback weekend, way more experience. I mean, Darlington is a track where you better understand. Not that Joey doesn't. I'm not saying that. But the master at knowing how to manage your tires and let Darlington come to you or figure out where to run. Kevin is very, very good there at that. So, all right. I don't have anything else unless you do.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's Tuesday. Really not much news to come out. But like I said, I don't see much penalties, maybe for some drivers who lost tires, but most of them caught them before they got off the pit road. So maybe tomorrow there might be some more stuff coming out, but
yeah, I didn't see anything major, and all the cars that they looked at the track passed, and I don't know who they took back to the R&D center, but it doesn't matter unless they come up with another Austin Dillon.
Yeah.
But all right. If you're done, I'm done.
Yeah. Well done.
All right, everybody. Thanks again. Tell your friends, check us out, follow us, respond, send us a message.
Yeah,
Do something. Let us know you're out there. But in the meantime, it's just a father and son, and we enjoy talking about the race that was. It's that simple. We don't care.
pretty much.
So, all right, everybody. Hopefully, we'll see some people next week.